Hi, I'm Will.
And I'm Risa, and this is Talent Talk.
On today's show, we have acclaimed artist, the one and only Brennley Brown. But before we get to our interview with her,
you have to check out her beautiful video for her hit song, 50 Stars.
Dish it out just like you used to do. And what you taught my daddy, he taught me how to do. Man, I wish I could have met you. Born in 52, Semper Fi found you, and you fought for me to fly. I can feel you near when I look up at the sky. 50 stars are all I see tonight.
Well, hello, Brennley. How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
Brennley, we are doing so much better now that we are finally speaking with you, and we're so excited that the audience got a sneak peek of your latest music video of your incredible song, 50 Stars, a song that you wrote in honor of your late grandfather, Gregory Brown, who served 2 tours in the Vietnam War. I want to ask you, Brennley, for both Risa and myself, we've talked about family and the importance of it to us, but there's something so special about your connection with your late grandfather, whom you never met, but also this whole notion of carrying the baton of family through your music. Talk to us a little bit about the impetus of the song, the music video, and why this song in particular means so much to you.
Yes. Oh, I thank you for asking all those questions. It's definitely a song that is very dear to my heart, and a song, you know, as a writer, you write a lot of personal songs, you know, that are about family or about certain things that you've gone through in your life. And this was one that I had written, and I wasn't sure if I wanted to release it. And it was a song really for me and my dad. He passed away. I'd never had the opportunity to meet my grandfather, and but so much of who I am and the reason why I grew up listening to the music, I grew up listening to my musical influences, and just the person that I am is because of him and what he taught my dad, and in turn what he taught me. And that's how family works. It's like, it's so cool in that way. And so when I wrote this song, it was really just a song to remember him, a song to just share all of the things that I believe he's instilled in me that he won't know, he doesn't even know. And so being able to share that with my dad, I'll never forget that moment. That was a very special moment. And I just had it in my group of songs for a while. And I remember my producer, Luke, who I work with in Nashville, he had a friend of his over who had served in the military, and he had asked me to play it because I had played it for Luke before. And he said, I'd really love for you to play this song for my friend. And it was a moment I'll never forget. He started crying because his dad had served. And so I think in that moment, I realized that this song was a little bit bigger of a message than just about my grandfather. It would be able to touch and reach people in that way who have had family that have served, who have had loved ones pass away in the military, or maybe even just in life. So I'm thankful for its message and the way it's been able to impact people. It's been a really beautiful thing, and it's blessed my heart a lot to be able to hear those stories. So yes.
Well, it's such a beautiful song, and it's funny. I was actually named after my grandfather, who I never met, and there's such beauty in getting to know. You get to know a lot about them kind of through your parent, you know, and that's such a beautiful thing. And speaking of that, did you grow up around music? I'd love to know, you know, do you come from a musical family? Are you the first to trailblaze in this way? Tell me more about that.
Yes, so it runs a little deeper, for sure, in my family history. So my great grandfather, yes, 3 generations back, he was a music therapist, and that is what he did. And so music, is so healing. It brings so much healing to people, and it unites people. And so that's what he did as his job, which is just the coolest thing. And then my mom sang a little bit. She won't admit that she can sing, but she can. She has a beautiful voice.
I love that.
But that's honestly about it. It's not a huge family history of musicians and singers, but a few people in there. So I think definitely it stems from my great grandfather and my mom, for sure.
Well, Risa, you are always saying, Risa, music heals, and you know it is so prevalent in your music, Brennley. But also I want to know, because you know me being a theater director, I found out, little birdie told me, aka you off camera, that you also grew up doing theater. Talk to me a little bit about your theater background.
Yes, that is how I got my start, really. A local theater company. I was 8 years old, and I loved to sing, love to perform, love to make people smile. And that's what theater does. It brings people joy to go and see a show, and it puts them in a world. You're just immersed in it, and it's just such a beautiful thing to be a part of, and you become a family in that show. And so to be given not only the opportunity to be a part of a show and sing and be able to use my voice so young, but to become a part of a community of people like that was just amazing.
What shows did you do?
Oh goodness. Okay, so my first one, I played a troll. I played a troll in Little Women. Okay, so that was my first show. And then I moved on. I played Annie like 4 times.
Nice.
Yeah, I loved Annie. That was my favorite.
Oh my gosh.
You
were Annie 4 times, or you were different roles within Annie? Curious.
I was Annie twice, and then I was Tessie once, and then another orphan. I can't remember.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
But I actually will, knowing what you do and working in Broadway, which we talked off camera about, I was up for the Broadway musical Annie at 10 years old.
The recent revival in New York in 2000, was that 2011, 12?
Yes.
Wait, you auditioned?
That's amazing.
I did. I auditioned, and I got super far, you guys. I got to the final, oh my goodness, the final 12 for one of.
You got to work with the director, James Lapine, and Andy Blankenbuehler, the choreographer?
I did, yes.
Well, Brennley, it's okay, because guess what, my love? You had billions of people see you on The Voice that you freaking, I want to say slaughtered. I don't know if that's correct, but you freaking blew that ish up. You are blowing up. Risa and I have so many other questions. Risa, before we get to our game, I want you to ask your question.
Well, I just want to hear from you, like we've had a bunch of friends that have been on The Voice on this show, and it has just been so spectacular. And I'd love to hear your story of that and what it meant to you.
Yes. Oh, it was an incredible experience. And it was something that I never thought I would have the opportunity to be a part of, and especially so young. You guys, I was asked to audition. I received an email from The Voice casting, and I was like, this can't be legit. This can't be real. This has got to be a scam. I got an email, and I was 14 at the time. And I'm like, you know what? Is it okay, Mom? Like, I'd like to audition. And so we went and auditioned, and I couldn't believe that I made it as far as I did. And I'm so grateful for that experience. And it taught me a lot about who I was and moving forward as an artist, the songs that I wanted to write and finding my voice. I feel like I found my voice through that process, and being able to learn from all of the team there was incredible, and just such a blessing to be a part of that, and something that I'll never forget. Oh my goodness. And so just very grateful for that whole process, for sure.
And something your fans will never forget. And you gained a new one in me after me seeing you on that show. My goodness. You know, and before we go on though, Risa, we have so many questions for her, but Brennley, we have one question specifically. We've been waiting about 10 minutes to ask you, Brennley Brown, are you ready for game time?
Yes.
Well, Brennley Brown, today is your lucky day because today's game is the questions game. Well, Brennley, Risa is going to let you know how to play.
Super fun. We get to know a little bit more about you, which is exciting. And really, this is a book of questions from 0 to 300. And so we want to think about like 2 numbers of significance to you. They're like maybe your lucky number or something. Let us know what they are, and we will answer or ask you a question based on that.
Okay.
A number. Sorry.
Definitely the number 5.
The number 5.
Yes.
Okay. Why 5?
5. I have always just loved the number 5. Growing up in elementary school, always 5 was my go-to. Just, I loved 5. But also, I was top 5 on The Voice. So
yes.
5 is, I like the number 5.
Okay.
And then do I choose one more number?
Yeah.
Probably 27.
Beautiful.
And why 27?
5 and 27. 27.
I can't wait to be 27 years old. I don't know why. I'm excited to be 27.
I love
really
that.
excited.
I love you for that. I'm like, I remember 11 years ago.
Okay, here's
Anyways.
5. Ready? This is 5.
Go, Marisa,
5.
before
Okay,
I drink
5 is-
my brains out.
No, I love it. If you and you alone had to cook something from scratch for the queen tonight, what would you make the queen?
Oh.
Scones.
Woo!
That is
I
perfect.
want one of your scones. I love that.
Thank you. I just made scones from scratch 2 nights ago. You
Stop
guys.
it.
Yes. And they were a little dry, but
Any particular flavor? What was the flavor?
they were blueberry.
Oh my God.
This sounds delish. I'm coming
You know,
over.
I feel like the queen, even if she didn't like it, she'd take a bite and she'd be like, fascinating.
Yes.
Even if, but I'm
I
sure
liked your accent.
that was a little Cockney meets English meets trauma.
Okay. Oh,
Risa,
you know what? We had this one
27?
recently. Yeah, this is interesting. Okay,
Go, my
so
love.
here you go. You're given a free vacation, but you can only use one adjective, one describing word to describe the kind of vacation you want to take. So what would you tell a travel agent? I want to take this kind of vacation.
Ooh, probably, I would say, risky.
I love it.
I love
Wait, I have
that.
a question. Follow up, Brennley. Where would that risky vacation be?
Oh, Greece.
I love it.
I want to go with you.
Risa.
So when we were talking before about maybe not winning, but being a part of something, winning, what is winning? This is life and it's all lessons learned, right? But you know, this is going to sound cheesy and I don't care. Choosing the life of an artist is so freeing and so beautiful. And it's such a crazy road. But I was just going to ask you, like, have you ever been able to like apply the almost getting it to life lessons other than being an artist? Like, do you find in your life that these make you stronger or kind of that kind of a thing? Am I even making sense? I don't know.
Yes, no, absolutely. Absolutely. And you're so right, because a lot of times, especially when you are an artist, you see all of the highlights, you see all of the accomplishments. It's almost like you see all the the social media of the industry, right? What everybody wants you to see.
Exactly.
And a lot of people don't see that work. They don't see those rejections. They don't see the behind the scenes of the life of an artist. And sometimes we'll watch some of my favorite artists, a documentary, and it just opens your mind and your heart up to the real rejection and the work that is put into any craft, but especially in an industry as competitive and hard as the music industry or as the entertainment industry. And I have found that in every rejection, you have this moment after you are told the no, or you're told you're not ready, or you're too green, or whatever that no is. You have that opportunity and that choice to say, you can let it define you and tear you down, take you down, or you can choose to let it build you up, to work hard.
Oh, I feel that.
I have found that there are moments, totally human, where you feel like giving up. You're tired of the rejection. You're tired of it's not ready. You're not ready. But I found that I've written my best songs. I put on my best shows after those times of pushing through. And by the grace of God, I have been able to overcome those rejections, and been able to experience the beauty that comes from those really hard things too. So that's in anything in life, but I found specifically in an industry like this, it can get tough, but you got to use it as your fuel to light your fire,
And also it also makes us ask that question, why do we love it so much? Because it is in our blood. It runs through our blood to tell these stories, to be the storyteller. And just what you said is so beautiful. And when I hear a no in an audition room or whatever, I go, just not this. It's not necessarily a no, it's just not this moment. And it's like, okay, moving on to the next moment, knowing what I have to give in that moment, that next moment of truth. My truth. That's all I can give is my truth.
Yes.
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 So,
I believe that everybody is given a gift and a dream and a calling that's put on their life. And no matter what the obstacles are that you face in pursuing it, you're going to keep doing it. You're going to find a way to keep coming back to it, because it's your love. It's who you are. It's exactly what you said. It's your truth. That was beautifully said. So
beautifully said, Risa. And I want to say something about both of you young ladies of the planet, Risa Binder and Brennley Brown. What you both share is this notion of two people that have done the work, continue to do the work, not only on their craft, but as humans. And to be able to, both of you, and I'm speaking with both of you, and Risa, I know I rarely do this, but I'm feeling the spirit to do so. So God bless America. Here Will goes. It's like choose your own adventure. We don't know where Will's going to go here, but I want to speak my truth right now, because what I'm feeling for both of you is that you're two unapologetic, authentic, unique, incredible talents, but humans who choose to not put on the filter on everything, who choose to dig into the vulnerable. And it's from that you become relatable. And I just am so moved by just witnessing this conversation between the two of you and reminding myself, in these times, I think us as artists, especially being empaths, we've been forced to kind of reacquaint ourselves with our inner child, that inner child who used to dance with abandon, who used to dance where everything was a yes, and how you both have been able to turn a no into an opportunity and not a yield or a stop sign. It's quite moving. So anyway, that's
what you just said. Everything is a yes. Just the room for me just got silent. I love that. Everything, that no is a yes, because it's a yes to the next thing. I never even considered that until this moment.
Amazing.
Well, I don't know about amazing, but listen, having been in both of your shoes as a performer for many, many years, I chose to become a director because I always wanted to create a safe space to build and lift up once in a generation talent. And my two dogs agree, as you can hear. And Brennley Brown, you are so incredible. And I know you've heard this before. And I know Risa and I both agree, but you are well beyond your years on this planet. I feel like your spirit's been hanging for a bit. And I can feel the legacy of your family, your grandfather, as my dogs agree as well. But also, I would love to see if you would leave us with a song.
Yes, I would love to. This is a song I wrote a couple years back, actually, and it's one of my favorite songs. It's about staying true to you, and I love because we've talked a lot about that in this interview. It's called "Me to Be Me," and sometimes people make it hard for you to be you in this world, but this is a reminder to not let them.
There's always something growing round here on the grapevine. Starts with a whisper, gets around in no time. Nobody's perfect, that's what you don't see. Making it real, real hard for me to be me. I'm a bit too far, I'm a little bit crazy. Yeah, I'm no angel, but I'm just the way God made me. Yeah, who else am I supposed to be? Making it real, real hard for me to be me. Making it real, real hard for me to be me. Making it real, real hard for me to be me.
Seriously, from the moment you start singing, the room changes, like it shifts. Did you feel that?
Oh,
I
yeah,
don't, I felt that.
you changed the molecular biology of the room.
No,
No,
your voice is gorgeous.
it's your voice, Brennley, but it's also your spirit. You have
Yeah.
this something I like to be called strength in restraint. There's
Ooh.
something so confidence in your quiet, in that when you sing, the vibration is so real, it's tangible.
Wow, thank you, Will. That was
No,
so
it's the truth
kind.
though. It's the truth.
Isn't he so amazing? He's so amazing.
No,
Sorry.
I'm not well, no, but I'm weird. I really feel, and Risa, you know this about me, like we speak with a lot of artists and I love them all if they're all watching, but like there are very few, right? That like for me selfishly, I feel in my bone marrow as vessels, as spirits. And you, Brennley, are a vessel that has been here for a beat. Your spirit has been here for a beat, and you are meant to tell stories. You are meant to tell stories through your artistry, period. Whether that's you playing a role, whether that's you writing songs, whether that's you playing your guitar, whether that's you walking on this planet as a human being, you are meant to tell the story of your family, of life, of light, of love, and of hope, period. And anyone that says no, I have a direct phone number and I'd love to speak with them.
Oh my gosh, Will, you're so kind. Thank you. Thank you both for just the kindness and just your both of your joy is just contagious to I know we're not in person, but I feel like I'm right there with you both. And thank you.
That's
That's
Thank
so
you.
kind.
Well, listen, I mean, I commend my better half, Risa Binder, who is the heart and soul of this sucker. And Brennley Brown, I am so grateful that you joined us today on Talent Talk. Risa, you have one more thing to say, my love.
Oh, I'm just thankful, just the same. And you just brought a magic to today. So thank you for being a part of this. Thank you so much.
Thank you. This is probably one of the funnest and also most real and genuine interviews that I've probably ever done. And that is really a blessing to be able to say, because I've done a lot, And so to be able to do one that I just feel just like I can 100% just be me and talk openly, that's you guys creating that space for artists.
Oh my gosh.
And that's a really, really special thing that you're doing. So thank you for the work and what you're doing as well.
Thank
Risa, are you crying? I'm crying.